Hi Scorpios, I'm Nick. This is my channel, Nick Loves. It's going to be a love reading for July mid-month, but it can carry on into August because you know energy is fluid. So whenever you watch is when you're supposed to watch it. Like I always say, these are general, so it may not resonate with every single person. So if it doesn't fit your situation, don't try to force it and just let it be and go about your day. This does apply to both men and women, whatever your situation is. If you like men, women, both, no judgment here. Whether you're single, in a relationship, situationship, married, divorced, doesn't matter. All right, so I'm here to help you out. The link to the extended reading will be below, either in the description box or I'll pin it in the comments. It's pretty much like a part 2, what you see here, going more in detail, answering more questions. So if you find that this reading is resonating with you, you want to like talk about it more, the link will take you right there after you're done reading, after you're done watching this one. All right, and if you want to follow me on my Instagram, it is a piece of Pisces. Okay, so before we get started, you guys know what time it is. It's spritz time. So right now I want you to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in and out, and as you inhale, acknowledge any sadness, heartache, stress, anxiety, any heaviness, anything that you want to release. And as you exhale, release all of that. Okay, so do it as many times as you need, but really be mindful what you're acknowledging and what you're trying to release. Okay, I know this may sound kind of cheesy or weird, but it really is effective. Okay, and now I want you to keep your eyes closed, and as I spritz you, I want you to imagine all the things that I'm saying out loud coming into your life, and you feeling it, experiencing it as if it's happening right now, because it'll make it that much more likely to manifest into your reality. Okay, so for all my Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females, let's please bring them healing, love, happiness, abundance, a good partner, and make all their wishes come true. Smells like roses. Maybe you guys can smell it. If not, imagine it. It just smells so beautiful and always helps set the mood and the vibe. At least for me. Hopefully it's doing the same for you. All right, so for today, I did already pre-shuffle, lay out the cards for us. So I'm just going to show them to you and then we'll talk about it. So your first 2 oracle cards that we got from the Love, Romance, Angels cards are Heart-to-Heart Conversations and Give Your Relationship a Chance. Actually, when I saw this, what was coming to me is give your relationship a second chance. So I really feel like right now or during these next few weeks, you're going to be given an opportunity to have a second chance with someone, or someone wants a second chance with you. That's what's really being like drilled in me right now. Like, tell them I want a second chance. Like, I want a second chance, please, please, please. So someone really, I feel like has been trying hard or wants to get back with you. Okay, so it says here, honestly discuss your feelings with each other, and this one says work on your partnership. So I'll leave these out a little bit so you can kind of look at it and see what you feel, what comes to mind. But yeah, I really feel like people here are missing each other, really feeling each other from the heart space and kind of letting go of ego. I feel like a lot of people this month, or at least in these like last 2 weeks, are really releasing the ego and pride and all that stuff. Who is actually really important to me, makes me feel a certain way. Okay, so you might be wanting to ask yourself those things. And so you guys know how it goes. I pulled a few cards on this side and this side. You're going to pick and choose which side is for you. The other side is for the person you're dealing with or will be dealing with. You know, if you're a cross watcher though, it can work vice versa. So you just pick a side. So I'm going to show you them right now and then we'll go into it. So on this side here, which I believe is for Scorpios, we have the Knight of Swords, the Moon card, and the Ten of Cups. Okay, and then your overall emotion card is longing, missing you. All right, and on this side here, we have Temperance, 7 of Wands, and the Page of Cups. All right, and the overall emotion card for this side is irritated. And then the mutual emotion between the two of you is sad. This card hasn't come out yet, so okay. So on your end here, what I was like picturing in my mind when I saw this is like you have already or you're still cutting a lot of people out of your life. I feel like you're cut, you've been cut, I never liked you, I stopped liking you a long time ago. Like, you're just cutting people left and right, up and down, side to side, like out of your life with no mercy. And I feel like you're doing it really boldly and confidently, and you may have been doing it a little bit too fast, or maybe you've cut off more people than you really expected, or that maybe, you know, you might be regretting now. Like, maybe you cut off someone out of all those people. You may have cut out someone in your life that maybe actually really meant something to you, and in the moment, you were kind of in the moment when you did it. Maybe when you blocked or delete them or whatever, you just left them. And maybe in the moment you were really like in your feelings, or really like hyped up, or someone kind of like pumped your, you know what I mean? Like, someone kind of like hyped you up, like, yeah, Scorpio, screw them, you don't need them. And you were kind of in the moment. And I think you may have had all that like courage in you, but now that everything has settled down and you're not as maybe angry or like irritated or any of those emotions, you're now thinking back like, wait, I think I still care about this person. I still think about them a lot. I still think about them in the morning or when I go to bed, and it's like, why am I being reminded of them? Like, you're trying not to care, but I feel like you haven't stopped caring, and you may be regretting someone that you cut out of your life. And it's only until now kind of kicking in that you're like, wait, should I have done that? Like, was I being too harsh? Was I being too mean? Did I make the right decision? Because I feel like during that time you kind of did it really fast and quick, and you didn't really like put too much thought into it. You didn't really think about it. You kind of just like, you kind of categorize them with everyone else that you wanted to cut out of your life. And maybe everyone else was good, like they were toxic, or they were just no good in your life, and there's no regret with those. But I feel like there's one person, or maybe a few, but I feel like there's one specific person that you may have cut out, and now you're kind of like, I think I was over dramatic. Like, I don't know if I should have done that. Okay. And with the moon card here, again, we are going to have a full moon, I believe on the 16th or 17th in the sign of Capricorn. I do feel like this full moon is going to be really important and really strong. I kind of feel like Capricorn and Scorpio energy kind of are similar in a way, but it's like earth and water, you know? They're very strong, powerful signs. Really can be stubborn too, but I feel like this full moon is really going to push you and make you, I don't know, like open new ideas in your mind, or make you question yourself. It's like, you know, like Saturn rules Capricorn, so I just feel like Saturn is really going to be weighing heavy on you. Like, Scorpio, was this the right thing to do? It's like your dad, it's like you're having a talk with your dad. That's what I'm feeling here during this full moon energy. Like, you may be feeling like, oh, like someone's watching you, or you feel like you're unsure if you actually did the right thing. And I feel like the Capricorn full moon is actually going to push you to be honest with yourself and bring out all those uncomfortable things that you don't want to talk about, or that you don't want to accept, and force you to be like, well, what's going on, Scorpio? Is this what you really want? Do you care about this person, or do you not? Decide right now. You need to decide right now, especially with all the eclipses going on, and we already had the new moon in Cancer. Saturn is now giving you that second chance. Like, Scorpio, you need to make up your mind. Do you still want this person in your life, or do you not? Okay, you gotta go one way. You can't be looking back anymore. Like, you gotta choose, because I'm closing that door. And unless you decide not to, then I will leave it open. You can go in, but if not, it's going to be closed forever. So I feel like this is like your last chance to really like decide what you want to do, because if not, after a while, it's just going to be too late. The energies and stuff are just not going to be in your favor. Okay, so this is all about your feelings, your true feelings and emotions, or things that you've kept hidden or just haven't exposed or expressed to anyone, coming out. First, it has to come out of you, right? You first have to acknowledge it and ask yourself all those things, and open your heart to yourself and admit what you want, admit what you're feeling. And then eventually, when you fully admit it to yourself, instead of maybe being in denial, or like, no, screw that person, I hate them, I never want to see them again, but actually being honest with yourself and saying, you know what, I said all those things, but I actually don't really feel that way. I actually do still care about them. I actually do still love them. They are important to me. And honestly, I really feel like you shouldn't give up on someone or something that you can't go a day without thinking about. So if this is someone that you have been thinking about like all the time, night and day, no matter how much you try to avoid it, or like anything, you get reminders all the time, then maybe it's time to take a look at that. Like, why is this person still so present in my life when they're not in my life, you know? Their energy is very much part of you. I feel like it's kind of clinged on to you, and it's for a reason. So it's time to ask yourself those things and be honest with yourself and express what you're really feeling, okay? This Cancer energy is giving you the opportunity to just be open-hearted and not keep everything within, so that you can move towards the right direction and experience love. And sometimes, you know, people need a second chance, or, you know, sometimes we make things bigger than it is, or we let our pride or our ego get the best of us, when really there could have been maybe simpler solutions. But again, you know, everyone's situation's different, but I'm just letting you know what I'm feeling right off the bat. And of course, I'm not saying, oh yeah, take someone back if they did something awful to you or treated you badly or anything like that. I just feel like overall, if this person didn't actually do anything really bad to you, or you still feel a lot of love for them, then maybe it's time to have a heart-to-heart, or at least talk about what's going on and why, at least clear out that, why do you feel that way, you know? And then I say this because we have the 10 of Cups. So this is the moment when you, after the full moon or whenever this energy takes place for you, but I feel like it's gonna be really intense, especially for you because it is in Cancer season, which is like your sister, cousin, whatever you want to call it. And all this water is kind of forcing you to be open, to be honest with yourself about your emotions. And this is a moment where you're like, shoot, I do love this person, or like I am still in love with this person, and I feel like I need to let them know, or I feel like I need to stop, you know, being so stubborn. I need to stop trying to be so tough and put this like mask exterior, like I don't care and like, you know, whatever. And maybe you're scared too that like because you already maybe cut them off or you stopped talking to them completely, you're scared of being vulnerable again and admitting like, oh, I made a mistake, or like, I'm sorry I did that. It may take a lot out of you to do that. Maybe it's like a big deal, you know, because your pride and your ego is getting in the way. But I think this is a moment when you finally realize that you can't just stop loving someone who you've loved forever. And maybe this is someone that you once made you really, really happy. I feel for sure this is someone you were dealing with before, whether it's like your ex or ex-husband, wife, or ex-fling, whatever. This is someone you shared a lot of happy moments with, okay? A lot. You went through so many stages with them. You went through a lot of ups, downs, everything. But at the end of the day, this is someone who really you feel completes you. You know, they bring all these cups into your life. You bring 5 cups, they bring 5, and together you guys form a rainbow. This may be someone you were already in a committed relationship with in the past. Maybe you guys have children, or you have pets or something, or you've talked about having children together or adopting or something. But I just feel like this is really someone who makes you feel fulfilled. They fill your heart and soul with happiness, and without them, you kind of feel like there's this empty part of you that you can't seem to fill, no matter how hard you try or how hard you try to distract yourself with. At the end of the day, you still can't help but think about them, and they're very much so still a big part of your life. And I think this is going to be the moment when you finally like accept what you're feeling. And the moment you do this is, I think, when everything comes back together and everything gets mended. Because I feel like in this situation, the ball is really in your court. I feel like it's your decision. You've probably been the one resistant. You probably were the one that cut them off or stopped talking to them or ignored them, whatever. So it's really, they never wanted to end things with you. You were the one that ended things with them, probably. And it's like you are now in control. Like you have the power to either make things work again or mend it, or just to let it go and let it be, like leave it as is. Your overall emotion card is longing. I mean, do you see the lady in the picture? I don't feel like I need to explain it that much, but you can tell she's really missing someone, and she's looking at, you know, letters or pictures, whatever it is. And in modern day, you could be looking at your phone and old text messages, your text thread, old pictures you guys have saved together, like memes you guys used to share and save with each other. I think you look back at all those things and it kind of makes you happy. You kind of like smile to yourself and laugh and giggle, and then you're like, oh, like I forgot I'm not talking to them, you know? So, or this could, I see some of you could like, maybe when you're on social media like Instagram, Facebook, whatever, Twitter, and you see something really funny or like a meme, and you really like, you think for a second like, oh, I should send this to them, or like I feel like they would really like this, and then you're like, wait, I'm not talking to them, I can't do that. You know, like those kind of moments make you realize like, oh, like, you know, how much of a good connection you guys had and how much of a like presence they were in your life. You miss their friendship, you miss just their company, I think, and having them around. And there are so many things you wish you could share with them and that you've probably been wanting to share with them and talk to them about. But what stops you is like, oh, we're not really talking right now, or, you know, we're not in a position to like share those things with them. It says yearning, wistful, homesick. Honestly, I think you feel at home with them. Your heart is really with them still, and their heart is with you, and vice versa. Okay, so now on this side we have Temperance, like we saw earlier, the Seven of Wands, and the Page of Cups. So in the meantime, when you maybe cut this person off, or you just went off on them, or you were just like really upset, you did everything so fast and it took this person by surprise. But I almost feel like they weren't as surprised, because maybe this is something that's happened before. But if not, I just feel like they're really trying to find the middle ground and be at peace with everything. I think they've really been patient with you. They've been patiently waiting, hopefully that you will, you know, come back, or that you will be less angry or less upset, and waiting for the right moment. Here, you could have been dealing with a Sagittarius maybe, or another fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it could really be any sign, you guys. But here I feel like this person's just being really patient with you, or they've been trying to be patient and give you time, give you space. And with the Seven of Wands here, it's been really hard for them to do so. It's been really, now it's out saying hi. It's been really hard for them to be patient, and they feel like it's taken a lot of work, because I think they really miss you. Like, it's been so much of an effort for them not to reach out to you, or not to be with you, or not to talk to you. It's so hard for them. And for some of them, they may have been still trying a lot. Maybe some of them have really been trying to get a hold of you, or they've been trying to call you or text you, or, you know, send a message to you through a mutual friend or family member, and nothing has worked, or nothing has reached you, maybe because you blocked them or deleted them or something. But they've really been trying, and they feel frustrated. I just feel like they've tried a lot, and they are at this point where they feel so frustrated because they've been so patient with you, and they're really trying to stay patient, but I think it's getting harder and harder over time to stay patient, especially in July here with 7. It's like their patience is, their heart is no longer allowing them to be patient anymore, because they still feel so much love for you, and it's something that they feel like they can't contain. So, and I think in the past, they try to get you to open up to them more, and they failed, or they didn't really get the response they were looking for. And now that I think you will be opening up, not everyone, but I feel most of you will be opening up to them, that is when you get this fulfillment and happy ending, or at least start to a really happy life. As you open up and acknowledge what you're feeling in your heart and soul, that is like their gateway. That is where they come in and they're like, oh my gosh, yes, Scorpio, I knew you would open up to me. I knew you would come to your senses. Here you go. Like them offering love to you again. Like, can we start again? Page of Cups is like the beginning, right? The initiator, the new message of love. So this is like them giving you a second, like offering a second chance. Like, can we start again? Can we just start new, Scorpio? Like, I'm sorry of everything. Can we just start fresh? Let's just forget the past. Like, let's start from the beginning. Hi, I'm so-and-so. What's your name? You know, like start fresh. And I think in this moment is when they get really, really happy and they're like, I've been waiting for this. I've been preparing for this moment. Like, you have no idea. And you guys just like, I'm picturing two people just come together and they right away just like hug each other and start kissing each other. Like two people who haven't seen each other for ages. Like, it's going to feel so just like Christmas time. Like, oh my gosh, yes. Like, I've missed you so much. I'm sorry. And it was that moment they were waiting for. They were waiting for you to just be open, and they've always felt this deep love for you, and they're waiting for you to express that to them, or to give them that opportunity, to give them that second chance that they were trying so hard to get, or at least were hoping to get from you. Their overall emotion card is irritated. So I'm seeing here the image, you know that emoji, that little like face emoji where it's like 3 lines, so like the eyes are like this and the mouth is like this type. It's like a, you know, like what? It's like I'm seeing them making that face like, I thought you said you hated me. Like, you cut me off so abruptly. You cut me off out of the blue, and I thought you told me you hated me, you never wanted to see me again, and that I meant nothing to you, blah 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 blah, and that I was this and this and that, and now you tell me you love me? What? Scorpio, make up your mind. So this is like them at first being like annoyed and bothered, like, Scorpio, I thought you hated me, okay? Like at first they're gonna be like that. You're like, yeah, I did, okay? I don't regret it, but I realize I still love you. So are you gonna like accept my apology or what? I think both of you are kind of sassy with each other. Like, I feel like both of you are like, you kind of have this like love-hate relationship where you both like give each other a hard time, but at the end of the day, it's like all love, you know? It's like two siblings who go at it, but when it comes down to it, you'll both do whatever it takes for each other and like have each other's back. The mutual emotion is sad. So this is how you guys both felt this whole time you were apart, or just not talking or not on good terms. They were really sad, missing you. You were super sad, missing them as well, whether you acknowledge it or not. I think in the past you may have been in denial and you didn't really accept it. You're like, no, screw them, I don't care about them. But now it's kicking in July and you're like, damn, I do still care about this person. Like, oh, why do I still care? But I still do. And I think as soon as you guys both come together and open up to each other, this flower is actually going to come back to life. All it just needs is some water and some sunshine. And when you guys come together, that's what's going to happen. You guys are both watering, giving some sunlight to the flower, and then before you know it, it's going to stand up and be a beautiful flower and probably have little other baby flowers blooming alongside of it. So I think this sadness is not going to last for long. Sorry, my voice. And there's if you were feeling unhappy, joyless, now you are going to be happy and joyful both together. Okay, so this is beautiful energy. I'm really hoping you guys will give this a second chance. Again, everyone's situation is different, of course. Use your own logic and intuition again, but I really feel like for most of you, you're going to realize that you never stopped loving this person, and they've always loved you. They never stopped loving you. Even if you cut them off or whatever, you were still very much so present in their life and them in your life, okay? Like energetically, you couldn't let them go. They couldn't let you go. And this is going to be the month where you both admit it to each other and can come back together. You know, let go of the pride, let go of ego, and let love win. Love take the wheel and just guide you guys, okay? So if you guys enjoyed this reading, we will look further in the extended reading, find out a little bit more about this person, what's going on in their headspace, in their heart space, what they're truly feeling about you, what they want you to know that you don't know, and what the near future holds for you guys. All right, so if you're interested, we'll go look in detail in the extended reading. The link will be below. If not, I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I'm wishing you guys all the best, and if you do like my videos, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.